what's up, DIYers, Mike Boards with the Mike Boards channel. Thank you for watching. We're working on a dishwasher today, and in today's video, the step-by-step process on how to properly and safely replace your internal heating element. Let's get started. All right, DIYers, in the kitchen now, there is our Whirlpool dishwasher, and scrolling above is a link to a video, and we cover the common causes that may lead to your dishwasher not getting warm water or drying your dishes during the last portion of the cycle, that heated dry. However, in this video, the step-by-step process on how to replace that internal heating element. And safety first always, no ifs, ands, buts about it. Let's go ahead and cut all electrical power to the dishwasher. In most cases, it will be down below underneath your sink, and unplug your dishwasher. From here, what we'll do is open up the dishwasher and the bottom rack or basket, whatever you want to call it. Go ahead and pull that out. In most cases, it just slides out, lifts up, and you can remove it very easily. At this point, with that lower basket or rack removed, you've got much better access to the entire heating element. Ours is a square, yours might be a different shape. However, they all do the same thing. In our case, at the very bottom, we've got two panels, and they're held in by Phillips screws. We've got one screw on the lower left, an additional one on the lower right. Go ahead and remove that lower panel first. After both of those lower screws removed, you can actually slide this lower plate or panel over, get your fingers in there, and go to the very bottom and shift it out, and you'll notice the top portion goes inside the lower portion of the upper panel. Carefully shift that out and set that aside. From here, you've got screws inside this little gap between the bottom portion of the front panel or door, one on the left and one on the far right. Go ahead and remove those. After removing those screws, carefully lower the panel out and set that aside as well. From here, come down below. Got much better access to all the internal parts, and we are going to shift over directly below where the heating element goes through the bottom of the dishwasher, and you've got two electrical connection leads. And take note of which wire goes into each connection point. In our case, the left one or the one closest to us has a white and purple wire. Carefully shift that electrical connection point off. Next, we'll shift to the rear connection, and in our case, we have a red wire. Do not grab it by the wire, grab it by the plastic housing, and remove the connection point. Next, we've got to figure out the socket size of these plastic portions here. In our case, they're a 3/4 size socket. As you remove these, be very careful. You don't want to harm any electrical wiring or any additional parts. And once they come loose, you can remove these by hand. And it's very important to know, these were not on there extremely tight. These are plastic internal threads. When it comes time to re-secure these, we are not going to over tighten them. Go and remove the second one. Back up top, go ahead and open up your dishwasher, and you want to carefully shift your spray tower to the side, and you can actually pull up on these inserts here. And on the very bottom, they've got a rubber gasket to seal, and it may be a little trickier to pull them up. As you can see, do not harm your float. And from here, you'll notice your heating element rests in aluminum brackets here. You'll carefully shift those out by pushing up and shifting the heating element out. And you will notice, in our case, the forward connection has this little clip on it. From here, carefully maneuver it around the spray tower, and up and out. And there is the old heating element. Let's go get the new one. Real quick, prior to going and getting that new heating element and position it in place, I'm actually going to clean the mating surfaces where those rubber grommet gaskets will create that watertight seal. In the box is the new heating element. Here is our part number for your reference. And let's go ahead and open it up. There's that little clip, so we want to make sure we insert this properly. Carefully shift the new heating element in place. I'm going to shift this portion in first, very carefully. At the same time, I'll go to the rear and slide it all into place simultaneously. To the back right side, push that down and in place. And you'll notice the electrical leads will slide through the hole here and down and push these until they're flush with the lower rubber grommet gasket. Let's go back down below and secure this heating element in place. Back down below and shift your wire out of place, and you'll notice the upper thread. You'll carefully realign this and do not cross thread this. This should secure on very smoothly, and do not over tighten it. What we'll do is hand tighten it first and give it about a half of a turn with the socket. With the socket in place, again, about a half a turn. Do not over tighten it. Now to the second electrical lead, carefully align it and do not cross thread it, and carefully secure this down in place. Next, go ahead and re-secure the electrical leads. In our case, again, the rear was the red wire connection. Shift those up and in place until they are properly secured. And the front one being the purple and white wire. Coming back up top, let's go back inside the dishwasher. Make sure everything is properly positioned and in place. And again, these rubber gaskets you want to make sure are secured and assisting in creating that watertight seal. And both grommet gaskets look good. From here, we'll reinsert the lower basket. Quick update, I only installed the upper panel of the two. I've got that lower panel still uninstalled. I reinserted the lower basket. And again, one last inspection of everything. New element is in there, old element going to the garbage. I'll slide this back into place. And what I want to do is run a test cycle. And what we are going to be looking for are any leaks where those rubber seals on those electrical leads on the element are supposed to create that watertight seal. If there are any leaks right in this area, we need to carefully and ever so slightly tighten those down just a bit more. And obviously, you will want to do that with the dishwasher turned off and unplugged. I highly recommend never sticking your hands, fingers, or arms inside the lower portion of your dishwasher while it is running. That would not be good. From here, we'll go ahead and plug the machine back in and begin a cycle.